place that I call home, California grows. Yeah, yeah, California grows.
Well, welcome to another edition of Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts, the radio version, and I seem to be sitting here at the moment by myself. My name is Chuck Smith, author of Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts, the printed version every Saturday, and here we have Robert Pichetti, otherwise known as the Pish.
You know, I am not a tech guy by any stretch of the imagination. So Kurt's trying to tell me, I had these buttons pushed, right? So it's supposed to go live on our new TV channel, 93QTV. So we break in, right, when it's on. But I didn't see it. So anyway, I ran over there, wasted my time. Anyway, what we're going to do is right now we have none other than the infamous John Cassidy, all the way from Washington, D.C., on here to tell us about something. Go ahead, John.
It's a new menu item.
Hey, happy 250th to everybody, a little bit early. This city is on fire. I mean, it's just flags everywhere, and they're doing all the celebratory setup around the White House and out by the memorial, and the reflection pool is now fully operational. So there's a lot of buzz in this town, but the biggest buzz was last night at the legendary Dubliner restaurant, Irish pub and restaurant in D.C., which is famous for visits from the Kennedys, from Barack Obama, and last night from the one and only Congressman-elect James Gallagher and his whole crew. We had about 100 NorCal people were in attendance, and, the Gallaghers being a fifth-generation farming family from Donegal, Ireland, that was the appropriate place to hold a celebration. We put that together and had a blast last night, and celebrating his upcoming swearing-in today around 3:30 in the congressional chambers. It's going to be pretty awesome. So,
yeah, Kurt.
So we're talking 12:30 here, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That would be 12:30 your time. Thank you very much for the correction, as always. Yeah.
So Kurt thought it was great that you had that at that Scottish restaurant. He was asking, was there bagpipes?
No, we had them lock down the Scottish whiskey. It was Irish whiskey only last night, led by all the Jameson products. So, yeah. Hey, guys, it was a very heartwarming event last night because ex-Congressman Doug Ose flew out for it. Jill LaMalfa, Doug's wife, surprised everybody and flew in for it. John Munger was there from Martha Farms and Larry Munger's son. And Curtis Grima, obviously James' chief of staff, Mark Spanigal, Doug's ex-chief of staff, and the whole Gallagher clan, all the kids, the brothers, Dad, Dennis, Kenny and Tammy Souls, Tammy the new Yuba County judge, and James' sister-in-law, and Kenny the former police officer for Yuba City PD. So quite a crew, and then and Bob Nealon joined us. He's a D.C. attorney that's a big trade guy, does a lot of legal work in the trade space, and does a lot of work, ironically, in Ireland, where James is part of the senatorial national trade group that goes over at least once a year and puts trade deals together with Ireland and Northern Ireland, and pretty interesting stuff. So great night at the Dubliner, live music. James got up and spoke. I sent you guys some great photos, posted some on Facebook, and he was a class act as always, and he gets sworn in by the speaker today, Mike Johnson, which is going to be really exciting for all the folks that are going to attend. I'll be there as well, and just wanted to give you guys a flavor for it. But D.C. is really looking spectacular for the 250th anniversary of this country.
John,
and they've done a great job.
Where's everybody going to sit to watch this? The group
Great
that's in
question.
Washington,
We're up in the gallery. I believe the family is allowed, the immediate family's allowed on the floor. We'll be up in the gallery. So if I don't, if I can get through security, which is always questionable with me.
No kidding.
But we'll all be up in the gallery. I think we get to go down after the swearing in, so we'll figure that out on the fly when we get there. I have to get over there around 2:00 to get checked in, and security's pretty tight around the Capitol these days for obvious reasons.
Now you got big signs that say "Go Jamie."
Yeah, They do. And if you saw my post, I sent you guys a picture yesterday of behind the White House. They're setting up, I guess, for that UFC thing. And I was teasing everybody they were setting up for James's swearing in. But quite a lot of construction. The Federal Reserve building's, right there, the Treasury, and everything's within a few blocks. It's a pretty incredible sight to see everything that's going on. But there's so much construction in D.C. It's incredible. There always is, but it's even more incredible now. There's a lot of excitement in and around the
I see a
250th
movie plot
anniversary.
here. I see a movie plot here. A construction crew from setting up the UFC fight. They actually are at the same time tapping into the Federal Reserve Bank and taking a bunch of money. Huh? Oh, that was Die Hard.
Bob, you always have to question Chuck, right? Because there's always that dark side there, Always that dark side. You never know. You never know with Chuck. So.
You know what? He only gets like that when you're not here.
Hey, John, I was here early today because I knew you weren't going to be here. And I really want to make you look bad by my showing up and you not being here at all. But here you are, the magic of communication and giving us a live report from Washington, D.C.
This is a big deal now, John. So James serves out the rest of Doug's tenure, right? That's it.
It's about 6-7 months, and then he's running again, obviously, in the general, which he did really well in the new gerrymander district, which was obviously a big subject of discussion last night at the Dubliner. So, it'll be. I think he's got a lot of momentum. He's got an uphill battle, but I think he's got a legitimate shot of winning in November as well. We're excited about that. So, yeah.
So, all right. So when he runs for that is our Yuba Sutter area as well, right?
No. Correct.
So it's the whole thing now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up in Butte County, part of Shasta County, Modoc, all the way. Actually, I don't even think it's part of Shasta anymore. The way they said it, Lake County down into Sonoma County, the way they gerrymandered it. So, and Chuck, historically, so Dan Logue was our last local U.S. congressman, or excuse me, he was assembly, but Wally Herger was our last local congressman, correct?
Yeah, Wally, and then Doug, and now James. Yeah, but the last one from Sutter County, last one from South Sutter County, as a matter of fact. And Wally's from Rio Oso.
Well, correct. This is going to be so is it, all right, I just want to make sure I understand this. So come November, we'll be voting on James, right? And there's just two people running. This isn't one of those 3 people thing.
We won't.
No, just 2. No, just
this
2, but we won't be voting.
In Sutter counties.
No, he's being pushed to the north. He'll represent Butte County, Modoc, part of Modoc, down into Lake and Sonoma, I believe, is how that thing lays out.
So so we're not voting for James for us. We're out of the loop.
Right. We can still support him, but we can't vote for him. That's kind of crazy. But Chuck, going back to the his historical perspective, he's the first Yuba Sutter-based U.S. congressman, correct?
Oh, now I don't think that's the case.
Well, Wally was Yuba County, right?
I would say it's unlikely that there hasn't been another Congress member from Yuba or Sutter counties.
Okay, that's a curious question there.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Wally was obviously. Wally was part of our community for a long time.
Oh yeah, no.
More Rio Oso,
Yeah. But if you're talking about somebody who grew up in the community or had moved in and established themselves and then ran for office, it would escape me at the moment, but I think before we say otherwise, I think we should think that probably there has been another.
You're the official. You're the official.
I am not.
Official or
I am not.
Too late. He is now. He's been right here on our show. Chuck Smith got confirmed.
Here's my last comment, and then I'll let you guys finish up. This is very important. So there's no truth to the rumor that the Washington Nationals have signed James Gallagher. I want to be clear about that. Now, there are rumors that they're trying to recruit him for the congressional baseball game tonight because James was a hell of an outfielder.
And he's still a little young. for that
Still young.
group.
They like that. They like that. And James's dad, Dennis, is here. Dennis, played minor league baseball and played with Randy Jones, the Hall of Fame pitcher from the Padre era back in the 80s. And Dennis was an incredible player, and he played in Marysville for the Marysville Giants. And Dennis is here. But there's no truth. James is not going to be signed by the Nationals. I believe, though, there's a local story about a particular player that might have been signed by the Nationals recently. Bob, is that true?
Yeah, one of our Freebirds. Actually, one of our best pitchers.
Well, that's why it happens.
They took him. I'm like, but
that's the goal, Bob.
That's the idea. We want them to, we want them to get signed.
They let
These
that free
young
bird
men.
fly.
Yeah, so
That's correct. Hey, by the way, there's 30,000 people that come to that. I had no idea the congressional baseball game. There's 30,000 people that pack the National Stadium for that game.
wow.
Yeah, I had no idea. So, and there's a lot of people. I might sneak over there tonight. Kenny Souls and Tammy are going, and some of the other folks, but we'll see. There's a lot to do here. So,
Well, you got business. I understand it after that big party at that, that they've asked
He's
you
got to
to
wash the dishes.
They've asked you to stay and clean up that mess, John.
they did. There's been a lot
Okay.
of cleanup in that place
I
over
have
the
to
years.
ask,
Yeah, the Dublin.
Did
Yeah.
John Cassidy sing last night?
I was shut out, but James Gallagher got up on stage, so yes, I was shut out. Yeah.
Well,
said
they
no
missed
karaoke,
it.
no karaoke at the Dubliner. But Brian Naflin, he's sang there for like 30 years. He's an incredible Irish artist. He's played guitar there and sang Irish ballads, including Danny Boy, and
Oh.
he sang the song the song Donegal to James and the whole family last night.
Wow.
The place went nuts. It was pretty cool. Yeah,
So I'm
pretty
assuming
cool.
he is an Irish tenor.
An Irish tenor from Kerry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Great stuff.
Really good guitar player. Yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys go. Just wanted to check in and have a great show, and thanks for letting me be part of it today. I think it's important that the Yuba Sutter region realizes how special the state really is for Yuba Sutter and for the Gallagher family.
Well, let James know that we appreciate him. We're very grateful that he won, and we'll be rooting for him in November, even though we don't get to vote for him. But we want to see him go on. We're very appreciative of what he has done for our area, and I'm pretty sure he's going to continue.
Oh yeah, he'll be making a difference for Yuba Sutter for many years to come. Listen, you guys have a great day.
All right. Thanks, John.
Take care.
All right. John Cassidy from Washington, D.C. I thought that was interesting. He did talk about how they've cleaned it up, right? Well, that whole cleaning it up has a lot to do with 250 years. If somebody would have told me I was going to live to be around for the 250th year celebration for our nation, I don't know that I don't know if I'd have said yes, right? That I would. But this is just exciting. We're going to have a great local event here on the 3rd of July. There'll be a big fireworks show here on the Marysville side down at Beckworth Riverfront Park. And then on the 4th, there'll be a drone celebration at the Yuba Sutter Fairgrounds. So 2 days of celebrating the 250th anniversary of our nation. I just think that's great. And then also, you got something?
Well, no, I had Russ Brown sent me a link to California's first congressional district list, but the districts have changed over the years. So if the question is, has there been a Congress member from Sutter County or Yuba County? We have to check on the whole history. So
Chuck will be bringing that back.
Thanks, Russ. Good idea.
Yeah, I wonder why Russ Brown hasn't been back here. We should have him back.
He's busy growing old.
He needs to stop that. There's no future in that.
Well, apparently but there are many, many, many stories to be written about it.
Yeah.
And Russ does a good job of that. But I worry. I worry about him. Actually, I'm a bit jealous. In the Appeal Democrat now, his column runs above Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts.
Oh, I can feel the competitiveness in the air.
Well, I had a text for us. I mean, he was writing about the difficulty of walking or and dreaming. He walks better in his sleep, is what he said. No, he walks better in his dreams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
in
I
my
texted
dreams,
him.
I'm
I said,
running.
"Wait a minute." I said, "You're younger than me, and your column runs above mine. What are you bitching about?" You know,
It's like Russ. So I want to mention 93Q does do the announcing and live on air of the Freebirds games, and they're back in town for a 6-game series against the Red Pocket Mobiles, and which is an amazing team. They do not have a home field. So they literally live in the bus, right? They're going along, and amazingly, last night was just this incredible game where the Mobile scored 9 runs in the first inning, and everybody was kind of like, But Freebirds came back. By the time they got done, they had hit. Had tied it up 10-10. So then they went to that home run thing to play it off, and the Mobiles got 2 runs, we got 1.
Mobiles pulled it out, huh?
So they pulled it out. You know, there's a side of that I really, okay, other than when they play us, I would root for that team. They are a hard playing team. They just they don't have a home. Who knows, by next season they might, but yeah, so it was great. It was great baseball.
Well, they can't play in just any stadium. That's one of the points about this league. They want Major League Baseball standard safety and experience, and so they apparently were all lined up somewhere, and then park didn't work out, and now they're searching for a home, I guess.
Yeah, but great players, great game, total just crazy back and forth with it, great pitching, and then as we mentioned earlier, one of our Freebirds pitchers got picked up by the Washington Nationals, and that's really what we're looking for, to see that. We were up in the booth, Todd and I, and Aiden, our engineer, and this family came up and said they wanted to meet us, right? And they're here from Hawaii because their son is playing with the Freebirds. And so they came up, and I just want to say thank you to the family. Their other son played for the Cubs, and then now he's out. He's not playing baseball. This has been a little time back. Mm-hmm. And but they were just a great family. I'm trying to think, their last name was not McDonald. Now I'm going to miss this now and feel bad about it, right? But what was their last name? I'm going to miss this. You know how when you get older you can't think of something even though it's right there?
I've yet to experience any of that, Bish. I have no idea what you were talking about.
Anyway,
but what were you talking about?
Anyway, they brought us gifts. Really, really nice people, and we just want to thank them for doing that. It was Timo and Rainey. I just can't think of their last name, and it was excellent baseball last night. Sometimes I'm looking for. I want to be able to win. Right, you want to see them win every game. Let's just win every game. But I have to tell you, when it's close like that, great baseball, man, I'm good.
You just got like the feel of being in the park.
And it's really, I know that people are concerned about the heat, but honestly, over on, we talked about this before, on the home team side, it's got that big pine tree row, and it's shaded, and right in front of the press box, it's shaded.
Oh, no, you can find shade there.
Yeah, the visitor side, not so much.
So it's by design in any ballpark, probably. I mean,
Yeah. So the St. Louis Cardinals, there's been a organic thing where a whole bunch of young men and old men are taking off their shirts during the game and waving them like a rally flag, right? And it was so much so that the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals paid for these guys to go to games because they get everybody fired up. Last night, Todd and I are sitting in the press box, and over on the visitor side, there must have been 20 guys with their shirts off, waving them, yelling, "Free birds, free birds!" And so
it's begun.
Begun.
We wondered what kind of behavior would be experienced once baseball was allowed to invade. I've been doing it for years. No, but that's kind of crazy.
It is. It's really fun. My grandson had to stop me from going out and joining them.
I just
Yeah. Well, you know.
Nice stop.
Yeah, but come on. They all had white T-shirts. I had a Hawaiian shirt. That would have been colorful, right? But, one last thing. We're very, very grateful for the fans that are coming out. I have gone to a lot of games out there, different teams, different times. I have never seen the fan base this excited, ever. This is amazing. I mean, I had to laugh. Frank Gonzalez, the manager of the Freebirds, at one particular point got invited off the field by the umpire, and the fans must have booed that ump for 2 minutes. They were just like, no, right? And so they're really into the game. Strikes. I mean, it's a whole different ball game, but fun and exciting.
Well, it is. It really is. And if you haven't gone, you really should experience at least once. Give it a try. And sit as close to home plate as you can, because you can actually feel the wind from the fastballs that come in at 91, 92, 94.
Yeah.
I understand that it's not that expensive to get in, too.
I don't pay because we're in the press box, but it is. I understand it is not expensive, and the food's good. I mean, it just they've got a great new area for kids over on the visitor side, third base side, and the first base side. They put in this party deck where you can get street tacos and drinks, and that place was packed last night.
There's been a lot of money spent to upgrade the ballpark, and the level of play is what makes it really worth the money.
I told Todd, more than once that, man, ESPN does these web gems, right, where a particular play will show up. There's been plays every night, but there were some last night that were just amazing. Fielding. There's a gentleman on the Red Pocket Mobiles that is, you're not getting anything past him. He plays short, and then it's the same for the Freebirds. They've got some players that are just it's pro ball, and so
I've seen some major leaping by the shortstop for the Freebirds after some major. I don't know.
It's like he must practice that. He can't jump that high normally.
Must have played basketball.
I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah. Well, you're listening to KETQ 93.3 LPFM, Yuba City. Got that out of the way. And our sponsor, besides Cassidy and Associates, is The Brick Coffee House and Cafe right here on D Street. We want to thank them for sponsoring this, and you get to see Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts because of that. And we are radio you can see. So besides hearing it, you can go to now our YouTube channel, which is 93Q TV, and you can watch this and other stuff. And
how much interest are you getting in people wanting to do shows?
Well, we just started telling people they could do that. If somebody wants to do a show, they can contact me at info, at 93qradio.com. And then I'll help them do that, because we've got 2 podcast rooms. We got a TV studio downstairs, and then we have this studio in case what they'd like to do is to do a show and be both on radio and TV. So it gives them that opportunity.
So Who handles the production costs? The person
They
suggesting the
buy
show?
time. Yeah. They want to do a show, they pay for it. Or if they're really a sweet talker, they'll talk Cassidy into paying it.
I think that's how he gets all those meals
it's
named
like-
after him. He's buying naming rights. I heard
that
the
what
latest
that
one
is?
was I heard he's looking for a Cassidy casserole at the new restaurant on I don't know what new restaurant, but that's a new meal.
Okay, so
Cassidy casserole.
So someone told me, they said there is a new little shop that is trending big time on TikTok. And they said, Fish, you ought to go out there. So I grabbed my camera buddy, Kurt, and we decided it's called The Donut Shop, and it's out in Linda across from Costco. Is that?
Yeah, it's in the Hilltop Shopping
Yeah,
Center
yeah.
out there on Northville Road.
Yeah, just it's not a big place, but my gosh, the
They were busy
food
the
they
whole time
had
we
in
were
there.
there.
Yeah, the stream of people, they're very fast at getting you taken care of. We had a chance to interview Vanessa, which is one of the members of the family, but it's a little family-owned thing. And they used to own Midtown Grill. And now they've got that, and I'm telling you, that...
So we're talking new owners for a shop that, I've probably bought, I don't know how many maple bars filled with Bavarian cream at that very shop on Hilltop Plaza. Yeah.
Well, I told them, I said, my favorite donut, because they get all these incredible donuts. I said, I just like plain cake. And so she says, oh, we got that, because I want to taste the donut. So she gave me a plain cake covered in whipped cream and strawberries. Chuck, it was amazing. Yeah.
We'll be posting your interview on 93Q TV on YouTube and on Facebook here pretty soon. So, yeah, look out for that.
So are you guys going to be like roving reporters to donut shops?
I think with Kurt and I, if there's food, we're willing to go.
Especially donuts.
Yeah, the donuts were great. She gave us a box of donuts. She gave us lunch. So we had, was that 2 croissants?
2 croissant sandwiches. Oh, yeah. And the biggest croissants I've ever seen. So I guess they make them too.
Yeah, they do everything over there. They bake and that. So we did ask her, say, well, I know donut shops, you got to get up early. And she said, yeah, I'm here at, what'd she say, 4:30 or something. And I said, oh, well, she says, oh, no, I'm not the baker. He's here at midnight. That guy's in there. He's baking all night. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything there, Chuck, you have to take your little lovely wife over there for a donut. And you were talking about maple bars. They have a maple bar with bacon in it.
Well, so, people struggle with different things in their lives.
Yeah.
I really try to avoid donut shops because.
Well, then I apologize.
No, what is that saying? Bitch can't have just one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, but they have sandwiches there too. And blended drinks.
I'm not going to walk into a donut shop for a sandwich. I'm going to walk into a donut shop for something with Bavarian cream in it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The donuts.
But the sandwiches are probably great, and they're probably doing it. But I'm just me.
So there's like 4 donuts in a box. They're big donuts. And I took them home to my wife, and I said, hey, would you like to try one of these? So one of them, it was full of cream, right? The donut was. And then it had an Oreo on top. And then so the cream was full of crushed Oreos. And it was like, she was like comatose after that. It was like sugar overload, but it was really good. Yeah.
What's wrong with just Bavarian cream?
Huh?
What's wrong with just Bavarian? Why are they messing with it?
I don't know.
Put
Maybe
Bavarian cream in it and leave it alone.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I once bought a big bag of it over at that chef store. Mm-hmm. on Calusa. I was in there, came across Bavarian cream.
What?
It had a sleeve, really big. I kept that refrigerator for a little bit. Talk about comatose.
So Kurt and I are going to be doing that. I'll just tell you this, folks. If you've got a business, specifically one that has food, Kurt and I are willing to come and shoot video of it. I love this because it's a new business. I love the new businesses that are coming in. Kurt and I went to a place, but they weren't open, right here off of D Street. What is that, 3rd? It was on 3rd Street next to that Double Z, what is that? The butcher shop. Yeah. There was a shop next to that. Was that a bakery? Or was that, no, that was a yogurt shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to try to go over there because he was still getting set up. New businesses popping up everywhere.
This one on 1st Street, Damana Cafe, where the Szechuan used to be.
What kind of food is that?
Well, it's the neighbor, Stuart Gilchrist, the council member, describes it as eclectic American and Mongolian.
Stuart.
Well, no, but no. Anyway, Szechuan is. I didn't even realize that Szechuan had been closed. So
yeah, I didn't either.
But new business in Chinatown.
I think we're going to see more and more of that. Right behind us in the building, right behind the Hart building, they have built new apartments at that old furniture store, totally remodeled that. And then where the old training zone used to be, they are in and out of there working constantly. And I understand
that was supposed to be office space,
and apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of great stuff happening. And, we just this is a big community, right? And we see new businesses all the time. I'm sure over on Plumas they've got some new ones, But, you just never know. So, now I've got people like Kayla from Ashton Imagery, and she said, you just need to go check this out. So she must have seen it on TikTok. Well, I don't go to TikTok, so I don't know. So if you're a TikTok person, you can let us know. Hey, we saw this, and so yeah. I am. Social media is a lot to me, right? It can be overwhelming. There's so much, and there's really funny stuff.
I'm locked out of my personal Facebook account on 6 of my 7 devices. I don't have that many, but
yeah.
You know what I mean. I can't get it on my phone. I can't. I do have a laptop. I can't get on. I have one desktop computer that I have to go to if I'm interested in my personal Facebook account. I can't get it. Anybody knows how to fix it? Let me know.
Yeah, I don't even use my personal one. I mean, I have one. I just go to 93Qs and see if Kurt's put anything up recently. I figure that's his job, right? He's now, what was it, admin? So Kurt's admin, he can put stuff on there. That's why we'll put that stuff up. And
it sounds like if you're creative, and also if you can come up with some production costs, you can help shape the development of a television presence in Yuba Sutter counties.
So what we're looking for, if you're interested in doing it, we want to hear. Community radio gives the community a voice, and we want to see that happen. And so we want the stories and the things that are interesting, not just about business. And so if you are interested in doing a TV program, let us know. We got a gorgeous studio downstairs, and we can use this one if you want to be on the radio. And that way they get to hear from the people of the community. So it's stories from the community for the community. And we're really excited about that. It started off we became a radio you could see. We put this camera in here, and now even this show. I didn't know this was going to happen. Because you write the article for the newspaper, and then Cassidy decided, hey, let's do it, live. So what was in the article this week? I guess we should tell people.
Let's see. That was so much I don't remember.
I've got to get a subscription. That's all there is to it. It would probably behoove me
No,
to get one.
actually, there was just a note about the library in Sutter County having problems with their air conditioning system. They got vandalized, and I think the paper is working on a story or has a story about the value of that. So when it gets too hot, they got to shut down the library right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I understand the cost for about $100,000.
Gosh.
And like many local government agencies, they're self-insured, right? So that's something that comes out of, they have a pool and they have to invest in the self-insurance thing in order to be self-insured. But then it comes out of their pool of money. Then their costs go up, because you're pooling with other people, and you guys had too many.
Your library card costs more.
Hey, it doesn't cost you a dime to get a library card, by the way.
Yeah.
And there are over 40,000 people who hold a library card in Sutter County. 40,000 people. Libraries are not dead.
Speaking of Sutter County, are you familiar? Because aren't you like on the board for the museum?
No, not anymore. But
you used to be, right?
yes.
Yeah. So they've got between now and September, they have this whole. I don't know. It seems like it's interactive is the best way to put it. Display stuff from Japan. It's like get to know Japan.
Oh, really?
And that thing will be running for. I lived there for 3
Yeah.
years, so I told my wife we might want to go check that out because it's when they do stuff like that, it's really cool. Really cool because they've been able to, with some minor expansion, they were able to do. I wish they could do more, but they were able to broaden the scope of what they could do. So one of the pictures on there was kids doing interactive things as if they were in Japan, which I
Right.
think is cool.
So, the Sutter County Museum Association is a nonprofit group that helps raise money to help pay for various exhibits and things like that and improvements at the museum. The county, it's a county department. That's rare.
Oh,
That is rare. Most communities don't have a county or a library paid for by the county. It might be sometimes, supported one way or another, but the county employees work there. It's a
wow.
the building, the park in the building was donated by the Harder family 50 years ago and more now for a library. Well, now it's the department and it's got annual costs. It's nothing as far as what they spend on it compared to the rest, of the whole budget. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of county responsibilities, but it's an important feature here.
So I think it'd be a good idea if Yuba County could do that, so that we could have a museum on this side representing Yuba County, right? So if somebody could donate a building.
Well, so you donate a building, then you've got to create a department, and I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
saying
they could do that. I mean,
I'm just saying it becomes a public responsibility, and
I'll be getting a call from Yuba County
I don't know.
government official going, really, Fish?
There's a nonprofit group, looking for a building, but then they're
Yes,
going to
yes.
need financial support. So you need a sponsor, you need a sugar daddy, you need taxpayers, whatever you need, but you need money to operate it. You need people for a proper museum. You need professionals,
Yeah.
and they managed to hire professionals in Sutter County. I don't know, it's 1.5 or 2. It used to be 2.5. At one point it was 3. I'm talking about full-time employee equivalents. So it's very minimally staffed, but very well put together.
I think that, Yuba County, you could make this happen, right? So you get it. And I recommend Russ Brown and Chuck Smith because they're both currently unemployed. And so
Work is for suckers.
and they'd be great at it. Oh. Well, I have to tell you, we have had a great time. Thank you, John Cassidy, for calling in and giving us that report about the Gallagher family all being back there and
In Washington, D.C.
yeah, in Washington, D.C., and many people that knew them, Doug Lamoffa's family there. I think that's a great thing. To be supportive. And we always appreciate Chuck coming in. Chuck was early. I want to go on record as saying Chuck Smith was early. John Cassidy, a no-show. So he was a call-in.
Well, thanks for not bringing up the fact that I was early, but I forgot my keys, had to go home, and therefore I was late. But thank you.
You shouldn't have said that. John would never know.
I know.
You have been listening and watching Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts.
Oh, the radio version,
and you can get the print version in the Appeal Democrat. Comes out every Saturday, and you'll find it right under Russ Brown's column
or Cynthia Fontaine's. They're both above me. They rotate. 1 week is Russ, 1 week is Cynthia Fontaine, but they're at the top. So the editor of the newspaper gets to make those decisions. And since I'm no longer the editor of the newspaper, I have to live with what I get.
Well, you can do the letter to the editor anonymously.
No. No, those just get rolled up and smoked.
Yeah, I know. I have to tell you that the anonymous, it's like, come on, who are you? Anyway, we want to thank you for watching. Wish the best for James Gallagher at his swearing in today.
12:30 our time. 12:30
our time
in California. Yeah.
And congratulations to our Yuba Sutter Freebirds for losing a great pitcher to the Washington Nationals. Next week, we'll be back. Thank you.
California grow, yeah. California grow. Me and the boys doing all we know. Yeah, there's nothing quite like this place that I call home. California grow, yeah. California.